The Instagram algorithm has changed. This is not a drill. This is not just clickbait. This is Adam Mosseri, head of Instagram, has come out and said, we are making changes. We're correcting things. And the cool thing about it, if you are a smaller creator, smaller account, this is going to benefit you greatly if you do it right. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about how you can use this and do it right. My name is Michelle Gifford. I am the social strategist. I help you stay up to date and in the know and ready to grow. And today, let's dig into it. So last week, Adam Mosseri, head of Instagram, posted on Instagram this reel. We're going to watch it because you need to hear what it says. Then we're going to break it down. And then we're going to talk about the strategy you need to start using in order to utilize this algorithm change and make it work for you.
I think Instagram has been good enough by small creators out there. Now, we've got tens of millions of small creators, which is amazing. But in general, I think too much reach goes to the largest creators and not enough goes to the little guys. So one change that we're making to how ranking works is trying to do more to amplify small creators, specifically through recommendations. Now, recommendations are photos and videos you see from accounts you do not follow. This is separate from connected content from accounts you already do follow. And what we're trying to do now is give every piece of content on Instagram a chance to be recommended to people who don't follow you. So historically, if you were a comedian, let's say, and you posted a new bit as a reel, we would first show it to some of your followers, we would see how well it did, and then we may or may not show it to some people who do not follow your account yet. What we've changed and what we're trying to do more and more is to give every reel a chance by showing it to non-followers right away. Maybe people who are interested in stand-up more broadly. And then if it does well, we try to expand, maybe to people who are interested in comedy more broadly. If it does well still, we'll expand even further to people who are interested in funny content more broadly. This way, we can try and help small creators reach a broad audience that might be much larger than the number of people who actually follow their account. Now, this is already in ranking, but we're trying to grow it over time. Hopefully, the effects will become more visible to you small creators out there.
There is a lot to unpack there. So Mosseri just explained how the algorithm was working. In the past, what has happened is Instagram pushes out a piece of content, like you push publish, and it immediately shows it to people who are loyal followers, people who will probably respond. And if it does really well, it will push it out to people who don't follow us. I've seen this in my analytics. When I looked at my insights at account reach, most of the account reach were people who follow me. And then as my reel grew and I got more chances to be seen, then my account reach shifted from being seen by people who follow me to people who don't follow me. So this is happening by Instagram showing your content into the explore page and also in feed recommendations. So you might have noticed that you get a piece of content in your feed and you're like, hey, I don't actually know who this is. And up at the top, it'll say follow. That means that you don't follow them yet, but Instagram believes that this is someone that you probably will want to follow based on their content. That will continue on. But now, instead of waiting until that content has gone through all of these different layers to prove itself to be able to be pushed out to people who don't follow you yet, Mosseri is telling us that now the algorithm is going to start at the very beginning to push our content out to people who don't follow us. This is a big deal. This is acting more like the TikTok feed. If you use TikTok, you know that most of your time is spent on the For You page, and most of the content on the For You page are from people you don't follow. So Instagram is not going to take it that far because Instagram's app is so much different, and TikTok, it's kind of harder to build a relationship with your audience. So what it's saying is, hey, we're going to give you, especially our smaller creators, a bigger chance to get out in front of more people early on and quicker. This is a big deal. I run a marketing agency, and so we do Instagram for our clients. And our clients that have these bigger accounts, initial non-follower reach is actually decreased a bunch since Adam Mosseri made this announcement. So this is being implemented right now. Most of you out there have a smaller account, so this is really going to benefit your business. So what should you do to really capitalize on this? Well, the first step is that you need to really niche down. It is going to be important for you to create niche specific content so Instagram understands who you are. We see this by the example that Adam Mosseri used in his video. He said, if you are a comedian, he's going to send it out to people who listen to comedians and who watch those kind of reels. Well, if Instagram doesn't understand that that account is a comedian account, then it's going to be really hard for Instagram to push your content out to people who don't follow you. That comes back to the content creator, and it's really necessary for us to really niche down and get clear on what type of content we create. Because if one day we post about dogs and the next we post about our hair and the next we post about beauty, it makes it really hard for Instagram to understand what we're talking about. And if Instagram doesn't know what we're talking about, it makes it really hard for them to know who to put our content in front of to be successful. The next thing is that we need to start creating content for people who do not follow us yet. Too often we are only creating content for people that we know are following following us. And I know this is happening. Like if I went and I audited your account and looked at your Reels views, if your Reels views don't have any fluctuation where you have like one Reel that gets way more views than you have followers, you are probably only creating nurture content for people who already follow you. And with this, we have to know that people are going to get a piece of content shown to them and they will have no idea who we are. So it needs to be standalone content that if someone saw it, they would know what your content's about and they would know why you need to be followed. The next step is you need to double down on creating great content. Your content, if it's not good, then it's not going to get to the end of the line where you get millions of views. It's just not. So what makes good content? Well, first of all, it has to solve a problem for a specific person. If it doesn't do that, then it makes it really, really hard to grow. The next thing is you have to have a hook. That hook can be words on a screen. It also can be a visual hook, like something where there's immediate action that people see that stop the scroll. If you don't know how to create good hooks, I have a free 131 hook guide that you can get in the caption below. And this gives you 131 of my best and favorite hooks to use on your Reels right now. Good content is very valuable. So when you're creating content, before you hit publish, I want you to ask yourself, does this add value? Is this giving someone information, education that they need to solve a problem? Or is it entertaining? Is it something that people would share with their sister or their friend? Is it something that they care about? Is it something that they want to know deeper, more of your story or something like that? And if the answer is no, then we need to rethink our content, because now more than ever, our content is going to need to be good content that people actually have fun watching. We are not just creating content to put stuff out there, but we're creating content to build an audience, to excite people and to get people to want to follow us. So we have to double down on creating really great content. Next is we need to use our analytics to show us what kind of content we should create. So I want you to do this right now. We're going to grab our phone, open Instagram, and we are going to go to our insights. So you're going to click the three lines up at the top. You're going to hit insights, and then you are going to go to accounts reached, and you're going to scroll down to your top content. I want you to click see all, and then change the time period from 7 days to 30 days, because it usually takes a while for our content to gain traction. So I want to give it more space. So 30 days is great. Then you can look at your content and see which pieces are actually getting you more accounts reached. Accounts reached helps you get in front of people who don't follow you yet. So this is a big indicator of which accounts are going to get you most exposure. And so I'm going to go through here and look at the content that I need to create more of. So if you'll notice, 2 of my top 6 are quotes. So I need to make sure that those are incorporated into my strategy. 2 of them are carousel posts where I'm giving a ton of value. Awesome. I want to create more of that. So this will give you insight on what kind of content you need to create more of. Now you're going to go back to your overview and you are going to go to engaged, and you're going to do 30 days as well. Update. You're going to scroll down to the bottom and see which ones the most people are engaging on. This will help you know what kind of content is getting your current audience to interact and engage with. You can gain a lot of clues, a lot of insights, and a lot of strategy from diving into your numbers and seeing what your audience is loving right now. The Instagram algorithm has changed, and nothing, no hack, no trick, no anything will be able to overcome content that people don't want. So we need to start making sure that we are adding value. We're speaking to our people. We're niching down so Instagram can understand us, and we are creating content for people who don't follow us. I am excited about this new algorithm change. I think it'll make a big difference in small creators getting seen faster. If you have questions, leave them below, and we'll see you next time.